Hey guys, Ian here, and today I have a light review for you guys. These are basically my main portable lights that I use on run and gun shoots if I need to set something up quick and maybe there's nowhere to plug in. These run off a battery, so they're great for that. And if you've ever been on Amazon looking for anything video or photo related, you've probably come across these at least once or twice. I decided to pick some up because I found them on a really good deal. And with that being said, let's get into this review. Okay, so to kick things off, I want to mention that this setup here that you're looking at right now is being lit exclusively 100% with two of these Neewer LED video lights. So I have one over here at around 60% brightness and one over here at around 10% brightness. And I would normally just have a large softbox set up on this side. But since these aren't huge, and that's a good thing because they're supposed to be portable but still produce a lot of light, this actual source of the light, despite the fact that I have a softbox on it, which I will go over afterwards, isn't as big as my normal 120 centimeter softbox. So I actually did need to set up another light over here because this side of my face, although I like it being darker to be kind of dramatic, you know, it was completely gone with just one light on this side. So I had to add this one in just for a bit more fill because this side of my face was just gone. It's just a thing to keep in mind with these. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I knew I was going to forget if not. So I do want to mention before I open this one here that I actually got this in the pack of 3 that I purchased, but I actually only opened 2 of them, and for the past 6 months I've only needed 2 of them. Now that kind of goes to show just how bright these things are because I've done everything from weddings, interviews, and even stages just lighting with 2 of them and a few little LED video lights here and there, but mostly these 2 are the main ones that I've been using for the past little while as kind of a run and gun setup. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it kind of goes to show just how bright they are. And let's open up this third one here that I haven't opened yet. Note to self, don't forget to cut this part of the video because you were too lazy to go upstairs and get something like a knife. You used a screw, you lazy piece of... Don't need those. Okay, so the unboxing is out of the way and it was a pretty straightforward one, guys. The box is basically just to hold the actual case that it comes in. However, the case is actually a very nice addition. After buying a Godox SL60, I was pleasantly surprised that it actually came with a case, as right now, the best thing that I've found to carry my Godox XL60 light in is, well, the box it came in, which doesn't look all that professional pulling up with an Amazon box. However, the case itself isn't all that well made, but it does the job, and although you might rip a zipper off, there are 2, so you do have a backup. Opening up this case reveals the light itself with barn doors installed. Barn doors are a blessing and a curse. They are amazing because it is awesome to be able to control that light. Say you're using it as a kicker or a hair light, you may want to actually control the light, the direction of the light, make sure that it's not spilling out. So you can use the barn doors to do just that, maybe even to keep lens flares out of the camera, kind of block it. But to take those off, you do need a very small flathead screwdriver because basically you can't fit a coin into the actual slots to open up the barn doors to take them off. You need to either have very good grip strength or a small flathead screwdriver. And there have been times that I forgot my small flathead screwdriver and I've been left either with very painful like unscrewing of these tiny screws that are very hard to, well, unscrew, or just using them with the barn doors on rather than the soft boxes that I purchased separately that have been really great, and I'm using them right now. So you can see just how much of a difference they make. I will go over these soft boxes at the end because they're not really necessary, like they don't come with the kit, but I highly recommend them if you do buy these lights. Now with that being said, underneath the light itself is an AC wall plug. So yes, you can actually plug these into the wall or you can use Sony batteries on the back of them. Power cable is pretty nice. It's a 2-piece one that goes together. There's a power brick in the middle. And the nice thing is the distance from the power brick to the actual plug that goes into the back of the light is long enough that unless you have obnoxiously tall light stands, you will not have a dirty dangler. With that being said, I don't usually use AC wall plugs because these are usually my running gun setup. These are where I either don't want to run extension cables or I just am going to be moving them so much that having wall power is going to be a pain. It's so much easier just to chuck a couple Sony batteries into the back of them and have them run. With that being said, each of these do come with two Sony F550 batteries, which are 2600 milliamp hours. As well, they do come with a wall charger, one that actually displays how the charging process is going, so you can actually check how charged your batteries are with just the charger, which is great because that's actually something that you have to spend extra money on in regards to battery chargers. So it's nice just to have these actually included in the box. A lot of them don't. So by having these in the box, even if you don't have Sony batteries already, you're up and running on power, like portable, instantly. They come pre-charged, which is awesome, and you don't need to rely on that wall plug off the bat. They come with the batteries that you need. So that's an awesome way to maybe start your collection of Sony batteries, because you will need a few of these. Speaking of that, I will put up run times here. They aren't bad. I'd say in general, they last long enough that I have had no problem with them. However, if you do run them for long periods of time in warm environments, do be aware that you might have to switch batteries before they even die, because these batteries heat up a lot when they are on these lights, and sometimes it does cause the light to overheat. Just by simply switching the battery, it does actually keep working and it won't overheat again until those batteries heat up. But it is a thing to keep in mind because you will need some extra ones of these if you're going to be running them for hours on end. Because like I said, although it's not the light overheating, it's the batteries, still you're gonna need to switch those batteries out for other ones or switch to AC. However, if I was going to use AC, I would probably opt to use a larger light. I would use something bigger like my Godox XL60, something brighter with a large softbox as opposed to these. These things, their main strength is portability, the fact that they don't need to have an AC wall plug nearby, and the fact that they're pretty darn bright for their size. Speaking of brightness, let's get out the lux tester here, whatever lux meter, whatever it's called, and check how bright these guys are. Okay, so for this test, we have the light set up here on a stand at the same level as the lux meter on my door over there. They are exactly 5 feet apart. So from the front of the lux meter to the front of the LED panel, yes, there's a softbox on it, but I'm doing this to the front of the LED panel as I'm going to be removing the softbox. So at 5 feet away from the lux meter to the front of the panel. Let's do this. I have two brand new batteries in there. I have everything ready to go. So let's shut off the lights and get into this. So this is a bicolor light. So we're first gonna do the white, then we're gonna do the orange, and then we're gonna do them together. We're gonna go up in 25% intervals. So let's get right into this. White, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. That's 100% on white. Now let's bring it back down to 0. Let's do the orange. So 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. So now let's bring that back down to 0 and go both up at the same time. 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% on both of the colors. Okay, so here we have it without the softbox on. So let's start with white once again. 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% brightness. Now let's bring that back down to 0. Do the orange. 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% brightness on orange. Bring that back down. Now we'll go back up together. 25%, 50%, 75%, 100% brightness on both. Now I know you guys always want to see this, so let's do a minimum brightness test here while we're at it. So we'll do that with both colors as well. So let's start with white. So that's the very lowest brightness on white. That's the very lowest that the orange will go. And now I'll turn the white on as well. So that is the very lowest brightness you can do with both colors on at once. Just to do a second test here, we'll turn everything back up to max. And once again, around 750 lux. Okay, so I hope that gave you guys a pretty good idea of how bright these things are. I have to say they are pretty darn bright. I have had no problems with the brightness on them. They do lose quite a bit of brightness when you put the softbox on them, obviously. However, the quality of the light coming out of them improves greatly. Like I said, I would highly recommend them, and I'll go over the softbox more in specific at the end of this video. Continuing on more about the lights themselves. I really like these. The reason I purchased these ones was kind of because of the price and a few reasons that fit my needs specifically. However, you have a lot of options when it comes in these, from the amount that come in each pack to the actual functions that each of these have. There are so many options out there, which I'm going to go over a bit here to tell you guys why I chose mine and some other recommendations for you guys with the options that are out there. So basically, the cheapest ones that you're going to get for the amount of lights that you get are going to be the ones that I have here. Ones with the simple dials on the back. They're simple, straightforward, and they work. The next option up is the upgraded one that actually has an LED display on the back that displays the brightness as well as color temperature. Problem with these is that basically every review I've seen of them says that they aren't that accurate anyways for showing the actual color temperature. Brightness, yes, they are very accurate, but you can tell the brightness on these too by the dials. And for color temperature, you can kind of take a guess at it with these, but either way, even if you have the color temperature on the back, being that it's not that accurate, I don't see that being a benefit. The next one up is full RGB. The screen on the back is telling you the exact color temperature, and it's actually very accurate according to all of the reviews. You're also getting full RGB as well as wireless app control. So this is probably the one that if you want to get the best of the best, or you need either RGB or wireless control on the 660 LED series, it's your only option, and that would be the only reason that I would recommend that one if you need one or both of those things. However, for most people, I'd say that the ones that I got are probably going to be the best bet. They're just so much cheaper and they have just about the same everything other than RGB on the one and wireless connectivity on it as well. Now, I know if you've looked at these on Amazon at all, you've probably also seen the 480 LED ones. Now, I don't personally recommend these. The size difference is very minimal, as I have a friend who has the 480 LED one. The price difference is very minimal as well, and the output of the 660 LED ones is far superior to the 480. So for a small price difference and extremely small size difference, you're getting a much brighter light. There's no reason to buy the 480 unless you need to wirelessly control the light and you're not looking to opt for that $200 RGB 660 LED one with the app control. So if you want to get a remote control at a lower price and you're not willing to spend that $200 on the full RGB one, 480 one with a remote is your best bet and the only reason that I would recommend buying the 480 one, unless you can find it on a very, very, very good deal. As for the packs, like I said, there are so many options for these and it really just depends on how many you need. I opted for the 3 of them because for 200 Canadian with 3 lights, 6 batteries and 3 chargers, that's just a hell of a deal and I could not pass that up. So if you guys find that you need 3 of them, go for 3. If you only need 1, heck, get 1, but the more you buy, the more you're gonna save. If you get 2, you're actually cutting some price off of it right there. 3, even more so. When you find these on sale or on Amazon warehouse deals, I made a video about that here, you are gonna get some very good deals on these because some people return them and they're not even used. Some people buy them, don't even open them. So you can get some really good deals on these because they're popular, yet that means that more people are gonna be possibly returning them. So you can get some really awesome deals from Amazon warehouse deals. With that being said, let's wrap things up here. I'm starting to ramble. So these lights are for people who want a portable option for high quality LED video lights that can be soft if you use the soft boxes or just darn bright if you don't opt for the soft boxes. You have the barn doors to direct the light and they can run off batteries or the wall. And that's the main thing I think about these. I use these so often just because I don't need to run any cables anywhere. I chuck a couple Sony batteries in there and they are going. You do not know how nice that is until you have it. If you buy more expensive lights and try to get battery operated ones, you are going to pay for it. With these guys, you get them at an affordable price and they're completely cableless, which is so nice. I hardly ever use them off of AC unless it's something like an interview where I can and use these as kind of a hair light in the back to complement my Goddess XL60. I think that these are a great starter video light and just about for anyone who needs extra video lights to complement stuff like the Goddess XL60. If you have other video lights and you just need extra ones, like I said, these are great. If you don't have video lights and you're just looking to get into YouTube or filmmaking, these are a great option. Like there's really not a spot where I would say don't buy these. I've seen professionals writing reviews about these big filmmakers who are doing this for professional movies, buying these to complement their other lights because they are just that good and the bang for a buck on these is insane. So if you need a portable portable light that you don't have to always plug in. You really can't go wrong with these guys, and I would highly recommend them. Links to everything I've mentioned here down in the description, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe and healthy out there, everyone. Make sure to stay inside as much as you can so that we can stop this coronavirus before it gets any worse. I wish you all well out there, and take care, everyone. I knew you guys were waiting for this. I love these soft boxes for these. It was around $30 that I paid for them, and it came with 2. They quickly unfold and snap right onto these with Velcro. They're so quick to set up, and as soon as you can get those annoying barn doors off with your flathead screwdriver, I will link one of those down below so that if you do buy these, you buy that flathead screwdriver because you are going to need it. But anyways, enough rambling about them. These are so nice. If you buy these lights and you want some soft quality light for stuff like this, you can see how nice it is right here. If I were to take these off, maybe I'll take them off at the end to show you how bad it would look in comparison. But basically, if you want softer light, or you're gonna be using these for people, products, basically anything where it's not like a stage, go for the soft boxes. I highly recommend them, and they bring these lights up in their quality of light so much that it's gonna easily make it back in the amount of clients you're gonna be booking, the amount of people who are gonna be saying, wow, that is some nice lighting. Because the difference is truly night and day. See, have a look. Come on guys, buy the softbox.